Talana Khan Padish, Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge. She does her house proud.
Yeah, she does.
If we teach
Alright.
the cards and nothing else, steal
Welcome
the
back
soul.
to the Naebotical Naebot, and we are going to finish off Horizon Zero Dawn today. That is going to be a thing.
He's joined his brother in the palace.
Praise the sun. Spies have released Prince Edamin from Sunfall.
Okay. So we are in Meridian because we have to go talk to the Sun King, and I'm pretty sure that leads into like the last event. Into the last event. So, yeah, so just make sure I have my swords. I feel like I did it all before coming here. I know this isn't where I left off before. It's because I went and did a bunch of stuff off screen.
Is the war really truly over?
Is there a fire dancer? That's awesome. Fire dancer.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Absolutely.
Buy what you
I
need.
also
Leave the rest.
went and got all of the collectibles.
I pay well for Banuk relics out.
What is with this? So like you can get a dirty basket for a Shellwalker heart, and I'm just why? Why? It's worthless. It's a basket. I guess when you're like trying to find elements of the old world, but it's worthless. I did sort this already, didn't I? What's this? What's this? What? I have all of those settled. I have all potions because I haven't used any this entire gameplay. My weapons are all up and ready.
Fine goods for a fair price.
I've been good.
You'll regret not stopping. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
I'd
Good
like
job,
to
kid.
discuss a trade with you, Outlander.
I already did the trade. I'll show you. So I got all of the relics, every single one, and I got all the Banuk relics and all of these, and I turned all of these in, and they gave me boxes and stuff with cool stuff in it, sure, but it wasn't like that superb, and that was it. And they just don't seem to really acknowledge that I finished turning everything in, which was kind of weird. I feel like they should have acknowledged that. Essentially, this is like this guy way back when Tektuk was accused of the murder of their chieftain. He didn't do it, but because he had love for his wife, for the chieftain's wife, partner, they assumed, I think, that it was him because of jealousy or whatever. You can look at those later if you want to. But, ah, yes, hello. Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, and I went and explored a bunch. So I got all the relics. I got as many of the unexplored things as I could. All of these, some of these I think just go gray randomly at a point, because I'm pretty sure I got that one, which makes me a little salty. Wow, Letha. And I haven't tried to go for all the data points though. I have all of the quest ones, and then in Frozen Wilds there's one that's now impossible to get, and then there's all these wild ones in the world for text data points, and I haven't found all of them. These are here technically. It's just the file damage under repair, and once it gets repaired, then it comes over here, and then so I have those. They're just not repaired yet.
Come take a look. I'll give you a good
All right.
price.
Well, since you guys are here, we can
Found
start
any
heading
unique relics
towards
in the wilds, Outlander?
west. Pretty sure this is going to be the last bit. I also checked. Oh, I should show you. Is it here? Ah. Game progression. 98.44%. I looked it up. I have done all of the side and errands quests. Those are all done. I got all of the collectibles and the activities. Oh, a low dose. What? It's been a little while since I played. For some reason, my fingers are all like, oh, we totally know how to do this. Sure.
We all have our place.
What's it supposed to be doing again? Is it like supposed to help with, I don't know, joint pain or something? Go to the Palace of the Sun. I'm here. Isn't it pretty? It's a pretty palace. Sure you did. Oh, with anxiety, that's right. It's like a calming effect. That's neat. Wait. Oh, you're up there.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around.
I'm not loitering. I'm on important business. How dare you? I mean, that's fair. You okay, bud? Am I standing in your way?
Aloy, what brings you to
Oh, hi,
Meridian?
Blameless.
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy,
Allow me just to command
me
your
to-
armies for you.
apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now,
You're such a good guy,
it will take
Avant.
time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
There's
I
a
don't know
lot.
about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
I mean, that'll take a while. Are we sure we have that time? Do I need to talk to you again?
Have you
really.
spoken to Blameless Mirage?
Not yet.
He wishes to speak to you.
Oh. Fine. Priorities. I'm coming. Nameless. Where'd you go? Oh. I see. You're down here.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy.
Yeah, it will.
And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
You put that Oseram assassin in his place.
Hi, Blameless.
Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel, Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
You can't say that. Who are you to judge if he's not blameless?
The ridge will be the front line.
Yeah.
That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the
Kind of need
spire.
to do that.
Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose.
Yeah, they tend to do
A
that.
number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire.
Oh,
they have
good.
resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise,
hint?
I've
Hint,
made
hint?
the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Well, I'm gonna go check out the defenses. I'm gonna do the optional first. That's what I'm gonna do. Sobek Journal. Yes. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the mast, which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours sleep before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination. So many decades from now. And I worry about the alpha build of Apollos. Yeah, that's basically another reason why Ted destroyed it, but I also think Ted destroyed it because, you know, he didn't want them to know that he's the one who literally destroyed the world. What? Stream. That wasn't very nice. Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naebot replied in less than a minute with a poem. Of course, The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza for couplet or whatever leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, with all its hope of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and stab. Wow. And check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Whew. Yes. What would have stopped us? I'm not sure how that would have had us playing God unless we would try to take that technology and use it. And try to use it to our advantage and do the whole thing over again, but at the same time, like, without all that knowledge and everything too, like, they messed up on their own. And they ended up messing everything up anyway, and there's still people who played God. It was inevitable. I mean, you're always gonna have those people, I guess. It's absolutely inevitable.
And bandages.
Come take a look.
Whatever you
I'll
can
give you a
find
good
to
price.
take them to the gates.
I'm sure you do. Wait. Oh, rest. I'm not gonna rest yet. Where? Oh, there's a fire breather. What's that noise? I'm gonna go down, down. Ah, so much work. Oh my gosh. Where's the top of the? It's up there. Dang it! I went completely the wrong way. Oh, so that's why it came off to you as more expensive, but they're not actually more expensive. Got it. What's up, human?
The battle is about to start. Don't...
You don't even know about the battle! This was supposed to be a secret! It's a secret! Ah, royalty. Well, my book is slowly but surely coming along. Well, I mean, like, the written part is pretty much done, but the artist is getting there too. Fortunately, their job is a lot more busy than mine. They actually have to plan the lessons and stuff. Yeah, the artist is working on them now. It is almost October, but honestly, I'm gonna give her all the time she needs to do it. Don't you worry, when it gets published, then it'll be used for all the future generations. And everyone else. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. Playing about the hot, playing about the cold. What are you? Me? Honestly. To be fair, I mostly complain about the hot, though.
Won't
Pretty
find
sure I
better
hate it
wares.
more. Besides, her art is far superior to mine.
These aren't goods.
I like her art better for this sort of thing. Like mine, I could pull off a goofy look to it and everything would work just fine, but it's just, yeah.
Pass up these goods.
I struggled. I don't want to bother with it. I'm just glad she's willing to do it.
It won't cost you a shard just to look.
Essentially, I can only do so when. Well, yeah, but hers really does. She actually like went to school for art and stuff, so yeah. But like, so I'm so confused. Why? I guess it's over here. It's outside the school. Look over here. Maybe. What am I looking at here? Hold on. Oh, jeez.
I hope the Sun King has rewarded you for saving him.
That's my problem. Screw you, dude. Now listen. So like, where are you? Still this way. Okay, I am going the right way. Jeez.
Stirring up tensions. My eyes open.
But yeah, so Amazon only allows for one author.
The Sun King's grown too soft.
Isn't that a little...
Too much Oseram influence in the palace.
Nothing.
What's he thinking
Out
letting
with it,
Dervahl
woman.
live?
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny. Little Huntress.
You got a problem
You
with
called,
polishing armor?
so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little
Honestly,
huntress.
they would make an absolutely adorable
Tomorrow,
couple.
may the sun
Like,
rise
I
in
would
a
like to
better
see
world.
that.
Always stay bright, always stay alert. That's what I say.
Uthed! Uthed! I want to talk to you, Uthed. Uthed? Oh gosh, I just had it. Uthed!
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although...
That's right.
I can't shake this road. Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Always the ones you least expect.
Yay! Oh gosh, Teb! It's been a while. I was trying to get the crate, not you. Dang it!
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Should be out there fighting machines.
I want to talk to
chasing around
Gaia
here.
more. But she did. Ooh, step back journal. You thought of an epic. Really? Was I helping with that? Halloween. It's Halloween. Oh, it is. Huh. 2065. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. He would. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously. As though there isn't enough horror in the world already. That's fair. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. He wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse. Let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Except, you know, he murdered all of your people, but that's fine. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase. As though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units at the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is, give or take, 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. There's one more. One more. Alright, so now we go up here.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference.
I was really confused about who you were
I
for a
can't
second,
take his
but
place.
this makes sense, I guess.
Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Arrested 2 for disorderly conduct last night. You don't want to know what they were doing.
What did you give me?
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful.
Okay. Hi!
Nakoa, you came to fight.
Who are you?
How could I not?
Oh!
During the Red Raid, there was only one Karja butcher the Nora feared
Nakoa.
more than Zaid.
You look great, by the way.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
You'll stop him. You have my word.
I have to remind
Your
myself
word
of all
means a
these
lot,
characters that are-
especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
I bet.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
That's a nice spear, Uthid.
Finassi, you're still going?
I like the way you grip it.
Enough, woman.
What is she? Oh my gosh. Ooh, Petra! What's up?
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
They put up a fight? Fair, I kind of massacred them.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Range is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no.
Oh.
With these, I think we could hold off an army.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Right. Moving on. Is there anybody else here that I need to talk to? Anybody? That's a tree. That's a fire. I've already talked to those two. Those two. And that one. And that one. And... Alright. You know, the first time I played through this, I hadn't actually gotten Petra yet because I never found the free heap. And I was like, oh no! But I remember seeing Serena play it, and I was like, wait, I knew I missed something. And then I get here and we see Petra, like, oh, we haven't met before. And I was like, I never did those quests, so I had to go back and go do those quests.
He's just a child.
Fixed it this time.
Thank
I did all
you
of
for
it
bringing him
first.
home.
Right. This way. The last! What does the same one? What you deceived me. Fine. So like, in one of my elementary school classes now, we're learning numbers. And like trying to think and it's not working. But like normally when it comes to our textbook and the songs that they use in the textbook, they're awful. Like the chants or whatever they call it, they're usually pretty awful. And this one actually had a song for numbers that's pretty good, but the problem is like the last half of it, like the kids can always get the first half, it's just 1 through 10. But the second half, 11 through 20, it's a little tough. It's a little hard.
Artok?
It really is.
I
Artok!
didn't expect you to come all this way.
That is
It's
a shock,
true,
actually.
I am a stranger in this green and snowless land.
Dressed warmly for
Aurea
it too,
forgave
good
the
grief.
Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Oh, wow.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Okay. Sure, whatever you say. Like, how does the song go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it goes, like the last part, even when they're doing the slow version, it goes fast. And these poor little kids are like trying to pronounce all of the harder words. It's really hard. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Every single time, I'm just I just do it, but those poor kids, at least they try. At least they try, but it's just kind of cute how they fail. I shouldn't say it like that, but they're doing their best. It's adorable.
Why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I could if I was the one singing it, but because they do it via
I will
the
not
computer.
stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Indeed, it's kind of a tower. In fact, it's a spire. I'm pretty sure you can consider that the biggest machine here. I mean, it's not fair. They're all the hardest words. The kids always have trouble with them. And I mean, the song is kind of a good practice, but when they have the hardest time pronouncing 12, and they always mix up 15. Like, they skip 15. They don't really think of 15. 15 is a hard one for them, because when you see the 5, you're thinking 5 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But fifth in 15 doesn't make any sense. There's no correlation there. But there's 16 and 17, and that has the same numbers in them, so that makes it a little easier. So they skip 15, and they just say 16 for 15. So they go 16, 17, and it's like, wait. There's a 15 there! But, so it makes it really difficult, especially when they can't actually, like... Pretty much. And then when you're counting too, in a way, it's using the multiplication system as well. Yeah, Juichi, which is 10-1, which literally, you know, so 11. And Juni, which is 12, so it's 10-2. Ah. And then there's Niju, which is 2 10s, so that's 20. So it's definitely different, and I wouldn't say in a bad way, because it's a pretty good way. I think I'll find what people I gotta talk to up here. Good grief. But 12 is the hardest number. 12 is definitely the hardest. They always have trouble with the TWs, and I don't blame them. Because we were raised with it, it's really easy to get the twe, but they do not have anything remotely near that sound here. They have the, like, maybe tu, but that's not really common, and I don't even know if I can think of anything that has that.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Q is 9. Nanji is what time?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. It used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys, just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
Wow, these are... what? Oh, you also mixed up Hachi and Shichi. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forgot 4. Poor 4. I mean, I know 4 is excluded in some... Shitsu? Shitsu? We aren't talking about the dog, are we? Oh my gosh. Let's stop this right here because I actually have to go to the bathroom. So I'll just pause it. I'm just gonna leave it up. I'm gonna pause this and you can just watch their beautiful faces. And I'll be back, okay? Shih Tzu is Chinese. Shih Tzu is Chinese. I'll be right back.
Shadows are getting long.
I'm back! Sorry. Sorry to make you wait. Oh, like it's nighttime! And...
Aloy.
Oh my gosh, there you are.
So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower.
A lot more firepower.
What are we up against, really?
A lot.
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's... big.
Yeah.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
Oh my gosh.
And we're here for you.
Thank you,
Aw,
Naebot.
you're so sweet.
Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
That's fair. Alright. Haven't touched anything yet. Alright. Wrong button. This one. Ah. Hello. Ah, it's you guys.
Greetings, Aloy.
Hello, Varl.
Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
I like how she's so upfront about things.
What do you think?
All like,
I've seen
no, I don't like it. Knock it off.
many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Yeah.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too
Oh
hard on
my
me.
gosh, it sounds
only
like you're
joined this
having a
fight
hard
because the Anointed
time,
did it, so-
Varl.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
Oh, Varl!
And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Ah, Varl. Is there anybody else? You guys. Are you the last one? Oh, good. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If, at least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia in 1 generation only. Update, that was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. That's so sad. I know I say it every single time, but it's really sad.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
Oh, there's Sona. I was wondering where you'd be.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
I like how blunt she is. Alright. Alright, that's all done. Now we can head back, go to sleep, and prepare for the final battle. Watching a thing. Be back in 8 minutes, though. What are you watching? Like, what are you watching? It's 8 minutes. There's a lot of videos that can be 8 minutes, I guess. But still. Alright, repaired. Told me already.
No. Has the enemy reached the main gate?
You aren't supposed to know about this battle.
Is it true?
Oh. Actually sounds kind of interesting. Oh, underwhelming. That's I can see that being a thing.
Can't get in here, right? They'd never make it across the Great Bridge.
So sad though, that whole thing.
Roland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Well, I didn't get all the data points, but I don't really feel like hunting all of those down because there's a lot. Like a whole volcano and it just wiped out an entire civilization. Just gone. Alright. I like how it's in caps. No way back! You go this way, you're stuck! Trapped! Alright.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Completed main quest, Looming Shadow. Woohoo! Fell asleep.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Your first sleep and how long? Let's do this. Ah! Ah! Who's yelling? Is that you guys or is that the eclipse? Well, there's fire.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not with smoke.
Then what is it?
Machines.
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Well. Oh, it's just a death breaker. It's fine. We got this. They're only coming through the plumes of smoke to destroy all of humanity. Nothing to worry about.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Ah!
Loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
So it begins! Yeah! I'm gonna get you.
No!
I'm gonna get you,
Ride
Helis.
Vanguard. Send
I'll
reinforcements.
fight you. Come here.
No!
We need those guns.
He will cut you down!
Not this time.
No, he won't, because I am far too awesome for his puniness.
You have vexed me long enough.
Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Why aren't you dead? Yeah. 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 Oh, I missed. Oh, gosh. Oh.
He's quick.
Oh, Helis, is that you? Why am I doing no damage to you? I don't appreciate it. No! What weakness is that? I don't have any. I'm positive powerful for you. Dodging. Go away. You're obnoxious.
Can't let him in close.
This is unfair. This is unfair. Stop it. Heal it. I missed.
It's giving way!
Only endless. I'm chosen. This was not meant to be.
None of this is meant to be.
None of this was meant to be, Helis. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand?
You pity me?
Yep. Can we just kill him now?
Face to the sun.
You don't have time to stand around thinking about this. Ooh. Would you look at that? There's so much stuff I don't even need. You guys knocked over.
No space.
Oh my god. What? I appreciate that she wasted no time. I mean, there's not really much point in wasting a whole lot of time. Because, like, honestly, like, there's no point in giving a whole monologue to someone who's just about to die anyway. I guess, like, to hope, like, that they'll realize their mistakes before they die in that split second, but that's, like, it's wasted breath, honestly, especially on somebody like him. Wasted breath. Alright. She honestly talked more than I thought she would.
Meridian! Hold the line!
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon! On the platform!
And Deathbringer needs to go. If I could just hit it! Aha! There we go. Something. I gotta be honest, I'm not super. Oh, that's you. That's an ally. That's a good person. I'm not hitting him, am I? There we go. It's kind of hard to aim this thing because they're. Oh my gosh! Hit him! The closer they are, the more you gotta be on point. The farther away they are, you gotta aim higher. Which way south? Oh, that way south. Just because I have a compass doesn't mean anything.
Gotta get to another platform.
Oh. Pick up the gun! Aloy! Oh, your knife is fine. I guess that gun is done now. We're no more of that gun. Pick up this gun. Alright, there we go. There we go.
It's firing on the platform!
Ow! That was very nice. Guys are moving slow. Normally they're running towards us. Why they be walking?
Lower your arm!
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
In what sense exactly? Got any more cannons down here? Oh, okay. Thank you. I always wanted
Raise
this
arms
spot.
again! West!
Don't tell me what to do. Oh, now they're running towards us. See, this just makes so much more sense to me. I see you? No. I said no.
Incoming. Gotta stop it and move.
Ow! I pressed the wrong button. Oh, it's fine. What? Look, I am busy. You just call me Nora, girl? I am your commander. How frickety dare you? Eh! I'm right. What was that? Oh, it worked. Where are you? Yeah. 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 I'm bound to hit it eventually. I did it! Stop it. I'm destroying my own people, but it's fine. Be destroyed. All shut. What? Oh, hi, guys. If only I could hit them. Pooch it. This is probably the worst aiming I've ever done.
Clear, Nora! Incoming!
Thank you. Ah! Legitimately.
Stormbird! Stormbird!
Ah! Why are you so close? You get out of here. No! How would I hit? Man, Stormbird. Ow. I see your health bar. I don't see you. Are you dead yet? There you are. Are there more? You know, for old machinery, these guys did really well. They were built to freaking last. Oh no! What were you doing under the arch? Of all the bad places to be. No, Aloy! I need you to live. I can't play the game without you. Literally. Hi, Hades.
Aloy.
Teb!
Aloy!
My boy!
Aloy! Tab? By all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly.
Mostly.
The machines blasted through them, kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Teb. I've gotta go.
Gotta go. Follow the face of extinction. Follow the trail of destruction. No problem. It's really easy to follow. It's like right here. A lot of it. Going. Don't die, dude. Oh my gosh. Why is my vision all red? Is it because I'm on fire? Does that count for something? Why does this make it sound like... Really? I didn't use any of my arrows, did I? Damn, use them out.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face their true son, Shadow Demons.
Owie. You know what? I'll let you guys fight that. I'm just gonna go. Ow! I walked in the corruption. Take that. Over there. Okay. Don't die! Stay alive! Oh no, the humans! The people! I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. Over that way. What's that? Run like the wind! Look at all these supplies that I don't need to pick this up. Why do I keep looking? I need to go pick those up. Like it's the whole like habitual thing. What? Oh, I actually lost health. Whoa! Was that just like a plan thing? Like I kind of had to lose health kind of thing? Or what? I know! I just like, I gotta have the things, all the things. Is this health?
Can't be too prepared.
Indeed. There's a lot of plants here for this. It's perfect. Don't want to use any potions. I like having those on hand. Salve brush. Intergold. Alright, we good? Alright, I'm glad the thing told me to heal because I wasn't gonna do it. I was just gonna go. I know, you can't see it in the blue, but that white little bar, that thin little white bar was over this way a lot. I think it was supposed to be a planned thing that you're supposed to have lost that much health because you nearly died underneath the bridge sort of thing.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
It's not. I'm wearing an army, that's right, I'm wearing an army! No, my armor, it's invincible. The armor itself didn't take any damage, which is why that bar never went down. Oh yeah, this is where he's resurrecting. Why are you still there, child? I would have been running! Like, bye! That was pretty hardcore. This is just like, you know, when people raise the dead. It's literally the necromancy of robots. Just coming out of the dirt. These are the stuff that from way back when that literally fed. Oh, see? You know what they're doing right there? Feeding off of trees. And now they're gonna feed off of flesh biomass. Conversion initiated. Oh yeah! They're gonna eat the humans. No, I must stop you.
It must have gotten through the defenses.
It was kind of a big death bringer.
Vanguard. I have to get up there.
Humans. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh. The damage. No. Wow, you didn't even bother to jump right there, didn't you? Trying to get me in trouble after how it is. What is?
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing.
Yeah, I know. What do you think I'm doing?
Easy. So no holding back.
Indeed. Go faster. It's not invincible. If it'll actually, it takes damage as I, like, where I would take damage, the armor takes the damage, and then it'll keep going down. But if I leave it long enough and I don't take damage in a span of time, it'll regenerate and come back. So it's almost invincible. It is overpowered in this scenario. Anything up there? No? Cool. I'm just gonna go down here then. Hi!
Aloy!
If just barely.
It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
Higher.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
Oh my god,
it's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up.
You don't need to. Whee! Nice. Oh, I just hopped right in. Hades! It's you.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission.
That's what you think. I'm too powerful for you.
To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Sure it has. You just keep telling yourself that. Not the one that dragged you here? I mean, I guess that's fair. You probably shouldn't stand there either. You probably shouldn't stand there either. Actually, we need fire. What did you think it was? Ow. Ow. Stop that. That's not very nice. Actually, you know what? Ow! Can I even get those guns off? You know, I'm not sure I've been able to knock off any guns from the Deathbringer. Damn it! Oh my gosh. See, you can see it's taking damage to my armor. Doing some damage to it. Weak points are inside. Those are over. It's one of those quests you have to find the power cells throughout the world, and you have to open up the armor there. That was the wrong arrow. Deathbringer? You want a Deathbringer? I mean, I guess that's fair.
More machines.
Are you serious? I am busy. There's a gun. Gun. God. Excuse me. Ow. Oh, it's one of your guns. How appropriate. Aww. Oh, I need it. Owie! Yeah!
It's down! Time to do what you came for, Halo.
Will do! First things first, I think I need to kill this guy. It's not a distraction.
We've taken out the corrupted.
Oh, are you just gonna summon more?
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Yeah, I am. I have come to destroy you. Being electrocuted probably sucks. Like that. Oh. Not even. I'm being sent into a whole nother world. Whole new dimension. Like the pyre. It looks really cool, you know, when it's set up like that. Gaia! No, wait. That's Elizabeth.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
When you think about it, like they literally needed her name and stuff in order for it to work. How were they expecting it to work in the first place after all these years if she was obviously going to be dead by now? And how were they going to find out about it? Eh? Gee, it was so smart of Gaia to bring me into this world and think that I would be smart enough to figure all that out. Stop. Okay. Hey. Hey. You stabbed Hades in the eyeball of the metal devil in which he was. I guess that makes sense. Just leave the spirit side. It's a really nice spear. I guess just in case to make sure it stays dead. But it purged the extinction protocol. That whole protocol should have hit. Did you just aim a bow at Aaron? He didn't deserve that. Good job, y'all. Good job, everybody. All the important people didn't die, so that's fine. Yay! That fire sure is pretty. I mean, I understand why it's like an important thing. They're all like, oh, this is cool. I like how Naebot just tugs a random soldier, and the soldier's like, what just happened? I mean, I guess that's why Gaia did it, because she kind of figured that I would be smart enough to figure it out, so you know. Data integrity is stored. Gaia log 3rd.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
Not quite, there's
you
a
were
bit
telling
more.
a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
I got like tears. Oh my gosh. Ah. Now it's not quite the end. There is another scene that it shows. Yes, it was. If there's one thing this game is very good at, it's good at being intense. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. This game so much. It's incredible. Found it interesting that her hologram was able to show Elizabeth what she looked like when she died. I imagine she ran out of air in her suit, and that's how she probably died. If you notice where she died, in that bench, there was that triangle of plants that always, what you would find, those flowers in that triangular shape around the metal flowers that you would find out in the world. Which I think is very significant in how, like, those metal flowers symbolize life in their own way, in their different environments. So I thought that was super cool and how symbolic that was. They put that triangle of plants around where she died. So cool. I don't know how long this is. I kind of want to skip ahead. There is a scene at the end. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll show it. It's the same game, so they should show that same scene, which is kind of significant. So, I really hope they show it. This is pretty cool to watch. I like how the effect is going, so it's not too bad. I like how it's taking you through a cauldron of the ancient technologies. It's interesting how they have those little triangles and stuff up there too, so it's kind of like the place grew its own structures in a weird way. Kind of like stalagmites, but not really. That doesn't make any other sense for those little triangles to be there, except that for some reason the place itself is like a living structure, you know? That's how I like to think of it anyway. They don't make sense to me otherwise for why those triangles are just randomly there, like as if they were some kind of stalagmites in the way, like you would see in the caves. Like it's not quite the same, but they're in the way like a stalagmite, but they're triangles. They're like little pyramids there for no reason. Not to mention the design of the floorscapes and everything too doesn't make entire sense. Except to look cool, I guess. And there's obviously the basic design that everything is kind of went around. Ah, my nose is stuffy now. Pardon me. Indeed, it's all the sniffles. And how intense that is, and she finally got to meet her mother. So cool. And her, daughter, Aloy, turned out exactly how she wanted, if she were to have children, however she wanted her daughter to be. And I thought that was super cool. She really did. She turned out exactly like Elizabeth would have been inside this area, which, is appropriate considering that she's grown based off of Elizabeth's DNA. How huge they are, and how intricate they are, like ridiculously intricate these are, and how this game implies how advanced we became in technologies, more specifically in technologies. Otherwise we didn't really seem to advance that much. Which I think is a statement in and of its own. Certainly. If you advance technologies to their capacity as far as they can go, but you don't change yourselves, this is essentially how you're going to end up. Although it's interesting where we live in a world right now where it feels like there's a whole push to not advance technologies because we're so stuck in the past. And the past earns certain people more money than the future does. Because how dare we? Except for war-related tech, oh yeah. We're totally all for. We gotta advance the war-related tech. I mean, this was supposed to be an eco-friendly, like, help rebuild the ecosystem from the... I don't remember what they called it inside this game, but there was a whole thing there where basically they're saying that the ecosystems and all of that was just kind of dying, and the clawback was bringing back all of that and trying to reproduce the rainforest, all that kind of stuff, because the world was dying then, and they're like, oh no, we gotta save this, and that's how all these robots were first created. They were first created by her to help save the world's ecosystems and climates and everything, and try to, you know, fix it. That's what they were originally, but of course humans, like Ted, saw them and saw the opportunity for buku bucks to become literally the richest human being in the world. In order to do that, it was to kill other people by creating these war machines that were basically unstoppable and sold to multiple different countries, that when they're fighting each other, they're using the same machines created by this one person, this one group, just fighting each other pointlessly. It was all pointless, except in the eyes of those who wanted money. So in the end, it was all about money, and in the end, it brought about human extinction. I'm sure there is something to be said about that, definitely. Indeed. Gorilla babies. Excuse me? What does that mean? I guess it's like the group that made the game. This is taking a long time. It's kind of, I mean, it's fair. A lot of people worked on this. In loving memory of... Thank you for playing. Thank you for such an awesome game. It's absolutely incredible. And oh my god, the statements it makes about humanity. It's beautiful is what it is. It's beautiful. Ooh, I could skip this. I better not skip the entire thing. I'll be so mad. What's this? Don't you pull out that spear. I swear. It's literally like a freaking spear. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's just supposed to be technology. Oh, hi, Silence. We were wondering about you. Ah, yes. I like how it flies in very straight
Hello, old
patterns.
friend. Remember me?
He literally caught it. Like he put it into
We've
his own little
still
device.
so much to discuss.
Silence.
So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
I swear, silence. Oh my gosh, that's what they really look like. You can't really tell because all you see are those huge tentacles, but it looks like a big beetle. I'm not sure I noticed that before. The metal devils just look like a big beetle. Or a spider. Honestly, a spider would be much more appropriate for considering the circumstances than just pooping out babies. That was Hades' soul. That was literally Hades' soul that just shot out and was attracted to that little blip of technology that Silence had. And that's how that leads into a whole new thing, because you still don't know what the glitch is. You don't know what made Hades and Hephaestus. You don't know what made Hephaestus and Hades into AIs, because they were not made as AIs originally, but this glitch, whatever it was, went in. And after it took over all these robots and everything, after everything was all said and done, those masters are what woke them up and made them into the AIs that try to take control and kill everything. There is! Yay! Yay! If they make it, oh my gosh, I am so excited! Oh, I'm so excited! That makes me so happy! I cannot wait. Hold on. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Oh, so this is just... Oh, okay. So this is just like what happens after you go through the first playthrough, and that's when it literally unlocks the New Game Plus. But I just beat this in the New Game Plus, so this means nothing to me. Why? Why would you feel bad for the makers of the game? Because they have to live up to the expectations of this one? They built quite the pedestal with this game, gonna say. They better not mess it up. I just had something to be said, but I guess I should say certain people shouldn't screw with it so that the game makers basically have to mess it up. Drives me nuts. Just don't pull a Bethesda, please. For all that's lovely. Oh. I mean, to be fair, Bethesda effed up. They effed up big. But I don't think these people will do that. But that's okay, that's fair. Coming out the same as the Zelda game, I would say this game outbeats the Zelda game at least 10 times. I loved the Zelda game, I did. It's still really good and everything, but this has superior story in so many ways. Serena. Anna and Serena are great. They're a great team. It's incredible. But no, this has so much potential for such a great story, and we all want to know what the glitch was behind all of this. What it was that went in and created Hephaestus and Hades into AIs. What it was that took over all the robots all those years ago that humans couldn't even stop. What? 2024. Why would you? Well, you're gonna go see a bunch of game theories and stuff? What do you mean what you just saw? What did you just see? What anyway? Now look. If you guys have time, I think I'll go in. Not this game anymore. I gotta go re-familiarize my hands with Kingdom Hearts, and then I'll try to fight the time boss. Because I need to do that. I need to go back into Kingdom Hearts and actually finish it. I'm sorry that I kind of went off track for the longest time. But I'll probably do that today. The time boss. You know, the one at the clock tower. I'm sorry, the clock tower boss. Where you get Stopka. But I gotta refamiliarize my hands with the controls because these controls are very different from Kingdom Hearts. So I'll probably come back in about 15. I know you beat them. I've beaten all of it before, but I mean, like, I have to go in and actually do it for this next for the recording, you know, for having it on a video and stuff. Proof. I gotta have proof. So I'm gonna go do that, and thank you all so much for watching the Naebotical Naebot. I'll probably be back on 30 minutes, between 15 and 30 minutes. I kind of want to walk around a little bit, and then I gotta go in and refamiliarize myself with the controls and make sure of all that. So again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you'll be back. And feel free to like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Naebot, and to follow me here on Twitch. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you